Good evening, this is Loki of Literati. It's about 1:21 and I'm in to spend the sum. This whole day my mind has been running on everything, spending hundreds and ones, taking care of my debts, looking to collect and try to clear all my problems too. There's not enough options, too many obstacles, and I'm really trying not to pop off, dude. All right, let's see what this flow can do. 1, 2. That's not a mic check. It's a bite fest. I'm the Titus who jests. You want a battle? Get pretzeled and addled? I once turned Quetzalcoatl into a headdress. I take credit in every bliss, never edit when I rip this. A collection of edgy sets to hedge all of my bets, unrehearsed to divide, disguise. I disperse on the fly, the worst who lie and the best who live, the ones cursed to die, the global total I share in every breath I give, never rest on getting by, set to flip the lid. Socially aware is relative. So when you roll this hot, solar flares are a sedative. It's probably not the best that I can spit, but I just can't seem to get this shit off of my chest enough to keep looking back into the past and saying, why am I drowning in debt? Why do I have so much wrath? I keep thinking that my last bad situation, relationship ended up making me sick, and that all this art I'm doing is supposed to be revealing my deep part of healing, and that my heart is supposed to be regrowing. And I know that that's showing because I feel better every day, and it's easy to stay positive and play. And every week I go and visit my homies in Queens, and I go roaming on every scene. I find it so easy to produce smiles, and every time I step out onto the dance floor and light up the tiles, everyone ends up getting a head full of sense from my presence, and that presence ends up staying forever. But then every now and then, there are days like today when I just wake up feeling bent and I can't seem to get my mind around all the times when I just got misspent and found myself mistreated and not so much outmatched, but willingly beaten. More than once I held back because I didn't want others to end up feeling so easily defeated. It's a trip when you end up giving your victories away because it's a humble play, and then you look back on your own history and find your own mind is crumbling. It's really not the best way to stay in your brain, and I'm supposed to train to be more positive and true but still raw in everything I do. So I'm feeling the negative, then I won't just leg a bit and try to run it off. No, fuck no. I'm gonna run the cost, run the sum, stay hot. I mean, you've got to know the life math, but you got to know the real math as well. You got to know the strife path, but you also got to know how to stay tight and fast. So that's just my sense of wince, have a complimentary mental rinse. Bent relevant development, misspent elements compel my sensibilities, numb to pity, tongue agility. Just keep spitting. I'm unwilling to stop as long as there's something hot in my heart. I slay my art, play my part. I don't say I'm hard, because I've known many, colder and more gone, soldiers and ex-cons. But I stay far from average every day. I'm a fallen star, savagely leveraging my ace. That's the grace of my way, the pace that I spray. I love the taste of disarray, so I find laughter in disaster. I come alive after and chase the chaos tatters to find the way of patterns. That's my daily chatter, building on a breeze, teeter-tottering through. If my honesty bothers you, well, I got clout to ride in a mouth that vibes, and water was my, cause South Side was my mother, water is my father, so I'm only fathering the blue, the overpaid dues, liquid truths. What's up with you? That's why even those who wish I was through can't picture me without realizing they're missing moves. That's not just something I say, dude. I'm the hidden groove. Empathy proves the missing link to switching shoes. Listen to what's inside and do. Birth verses. We're just conduits. Me and you. Cosmos loving on me and you. With tongues as lube. So what have you got? If you can flow hot without blowing your top, show me something nobody else caught. Because that's really why I spit this way every single day. I'm just trying to run the puns and see what comes, not just from the math and the word sum, but you see through those two, math and word sums is something like in the old Hebrew, some kind of mathematical language that I can practically understand, but I can't magically comprehend. Without preamble, I can see these angles and it just breaks down because ultimately everything is patterns, and maybe mathematics is living, growing. That's why it's always scattering and changing, and more discoveries that I uncover for free end up showing me what's above and below. And I love to just take that and flow and see what's the true hidden. So, everyone's onto some kind of riddle that nobody else caught. And I like to whittle away those until all that's left is just one tiny spot. You know? Dot, dot, dot. What's the next bit off of that ellipse? I don't know. Not so much running out of wit, but I seem to sometimes feel like I'm running out of originality. That's the anomaly of this animality, that everything's been done before. So what's the score? The whole point of rearranging notes and ideas is that you're trying to create more. I mean, you're not biting off of what somebody else had. Writing is mostly rewriting. Good comes from bad, and if everything's been done before, then those puns can be reassembled once more in whole new ways. The hidden riddles that other people have to say, I try to find in the gaps, the pregnant pauses, the lapse, the odds that just seem to fit the probability shifts. But the hardest trip is when my number crunching mind can't find the punchlines, just the setup, because chaos won't let up, nor will it lay off in those frets that others have to disrupt. Yeah, they flow hot, and I can't stop listening. Can't stop avoiding it. Can't stop avoiding it. Wait, that's a double negative. No, I can't just let that phrase live. I gotta change that. I'm aware of it, but I can't avoid it. It's like clairvoyance. The voices just keep coming and the noises, they keep running, and everything keeps automatically building because just as the second law of thermodynamics says that no matter how strong you are, you will burn and be handled by this shit, and entropy always increases. Okay? But at the least, so does complexity. So that's why the best of me plays like a sex cartographer, lexicographer. Uh, for those of you who are still climbing after that little bit of vernacular, that wasn't just a rhyme. Sex cartographer, lexicographer refers to writing sexual maps in dictionaries. And so the frets that lap really quick from me, so slick and wary, like Ambrose Bierce's Devil's Dictionary. That's just different levels of seeing everything connected, from sapiosexuality to saying, whoa, my gaping hole in my head takes in all of reality, and it spills in so many different kaleidoscopic sprays that my hyperoptic focused way sometimes slides. And so while I think I'm gonna be so spry and fry and fly, I think I end up being myopic instead. By the by, as in hocus pocus, I'm overly focused. I mean, it's a major decision to flow when you've got laser vision, and so everything that you have to go won't stop until you've reached that point at the very top, at the peak, you know? That's why I talk about climbing the ladder of the divine every time I chatter away my mind. Anyways, this was chapter 9 of Spit First, Transcribe Later, and hope all of you faders can vibe with that. Catch you.